Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ken's Show and Tell on this August the 20th, 2024. Today we're going to be looking at a fault in my 1969 MGC-GT. The odometer, the speedometer, and the trip meter all just stopped like that, which suggests something broke. I don't think it's something inside the speedometer because there was no noise, it just stopped. So I'm thinking it's in the cable or where it connects into the transmission. The cable, the gray cable running up into the dash there is what I'm interested in. And it comes down, exits right here. It's supported and goes across here, across that member. Is protected with a heat shield wrap and goes into the transmission right here. I'm really suspicious in terms of how that looks. It looks like there's something missing. Indeed, when I look up in there, I can see that there's a gear, but there's nothing for it to spin on. I'm going to pull this little collar off and just see what it looks like. Before I do that, I'll do further inspection. In fact, that's the whole drive gear housing sticking down from the transmission. And when you look up in there, it is gone. Looks like the whole drive mechanism is gone. I can see the worm gear sticking out right here. So what I'm going to try to do is take this nut off here, expose it a little bit more, and look up in there. I'll show you what I think I'm missing. So you see, here's a gearbox and overdrive diagram. Here's what I think I'm talking about here. And I'm seeing this these external pieces, that piece there. And I might be seeing the end of this sticking out. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that this is still up in there. But it may have, this end of here may have broken off or something. But I think I need all these pieces here. But let's see what we find. There you go. It's turning. It's always half the battle, isn't it? Aha! Typical MG, not enough room to work. Got the cable out. It appears intact. That up there looks very suspicious to me. And see, I can see our drive gear right there. I'll have to take this apart. It looks like to me, take off that knurled piece right there. I'll try that first, or I might have to reach up there and take that bolt out, and then hopefully that will come out and I can get it on the bench and actually look at it. 16-inch nut right here. I'm going to take it off. I've loosened this, but it's very slow going. So what I'm going to try to do is take this off and then see if that whole assembly comes out. Well, I got that piece out, but that knurled piece I need to get, which holds that whole mechanism in. I want to get out. I can't budge it with my fingers, so I'll go back at it with pliers and go from there. Here's the piece I took out of the MGC angle drive for the speedometer that is in the transmission. And the first thing it looks like is that there's a whole thing missing. Blew out right here. See where it was crimped in? I don't know if you can see his indentation right there. There's a crimp there, a crimp here, and a crimp here. And you see this other side right here. See how this is crimped in as well. Okay, it corresponds with that picture I showed you earlier, although it looks a little different. This is still the same concept. Looks like there's a screw missing here. And I wonder if that screw has something to do with being able to lubricate this in here. In any event, I ordered a new one from Moss Motors. Here it is. I'm just getting ready to take it out of the envelope here. It's part number 021510. And let's just take this out. Angle drive speedo at the transmission. Look at this. Just kind of set them up just like that. Look, old and new. Okay, this is intact. This is intact. Looks a little different. In fact, it looks weird. Look how that is not exactly flat or round, but machining's not as good as what you find on the one that came off the car. See how the machining is much better on that than on this one. Flip it over like this. This has the screw, and this one's missing. And instead of being crimped in like this one is that came off the car, it has a circlip, which actually looks like a better idea. You turn this over and it has a circlip here, and you look at the one that I took out of the car that broke. So if a circlip, it's a crimped area, and that just blew right on out of there. And this is what came out, I'm sure, is this part right here. Okay, and it's turning. You can turn this right here. So we'll see if that piece is sticking that we found in the transmission will fit up in there. And if it does, all I got to do is put this back in along with this. And it came with this washer. So what it came with was a reprint from British Motor Holdings USA Technical Service Bulletin, February 29th, 1968. And to all distributors and dealers, right angle speedometer adapter failures. Repeated failures of the above have in many instances been caused by washer adapter to gearbox part number 38550 not being fitted when a new right angle drive adapter is installed. This causes an excessive inload and premature failure of the right angle drive pinion. And here's what it looks like. 47 is what I bought, and it came with this washer. So that's what that is. You set it up like this is showing, and the washer goes right in there. Okay, thank you, Moss Motors. Very nice. On the back of it, or the front of it, is a picture of it and the supplemental for the speedometer. Austin Healey, MGB 63 onward, and this also fits. A word of caution here. I was just messing around with it and I could not get this. Obviously this is where the speedometer cable end sticks in, and it spins, and this is hooks into the transmission, and so the transmission spins this little thing and spins this, which would spin the cable. This was not moving at all. See, it's moving now. It was all jammed up, it wouldn't move. So all I did was drop oil down in here, oil down inside here, and took this screw off and dropped oil in there. I had to put this in, and now it turns. So if I had to put it on the car as it came from Moss, it probably would have jammed up and broke. So they need to be lubricated, so they're not ready to go. See, it's jamming up again right here. I'm going to put some more oil in there, and then we'll go from there. So I just kept putting oil down this opening here where the shaft is coming out, and twisting it until it quit binding, and then oil was coming out of this hole here where the screw is. So I put the screw back
and now it's spinning freely. So pull on it, push on it, and keep doing it till it, keep adding oil until it's oozing oil and it quits binding up. I might have misspoken. This part sticks in the transmission and the speedometer cable goes into here. So I'm going to put bearing grease on the end here, and I'm going to put bearing grease on the end of the cable that goes in there of the speedometer.
Here's the speedometer cable. Right there is where the whole angle drive goes into the transmission, and I can't hold the camera in such a way in order to show this, so I'm just going to go ahead and attach it and show you what it looks like when it's installed. Quite the fiddly little thing, but there it is. And this is what it looks like from the other side, right up in there. Jeez. Okay.
All right, let's start this car up from cold and raise it up on the lift, put it in 4th gear, and see if the odometer is working. Let's see, we'll take this off. Put this over here. Leave it on this fast idle at 1500 RPMs. Put it in 4th. Slowly release the, there it goes. Alright, I got it back. Very good. Alright, mission accomplished. Let's push the clutch in. There we go. Let it out slowly. And you see the odometer's turned over 1/10 of a mile. Alright, this is good news. Thank you for watching Ken's Show and Tell.